smoke it. I got diamonds doing sissy slides in both ears. Dice rolling on the Las Vegas strip tonight.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Simone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today is another story time. Today is day number 6, y'all. Your girl is consistent and it's crazy because today is day number 6 and I'm going to day number 8 with the story times. Like, I'm not stopping at day number 7 because since Sunday wasn't my video, I'm gonna still give y'all 7 days of my video. So it'll be 8 technically story times, but 7 of my y'all know what I mean. But anyway, before we get into the video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you like because y'all be viewing and not liking. Also, make sure to follow me on all my social medias. Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at LifeWithSymone. So let's get straight into the video. YouTube, I do have a shirt on, so y'all don't come coming for me. But not y'all, but YouTube as a company, as a whole, as a staff, as a record. Let me finish. All right, so y'all, this story is funny because this story like lives rent free in my head, but I was on the phone with my sister and she said something because like we have so many insiders and she said something and it made me think of this story and I'm like, I'm gonna tell the story today. So this story took place a long time ago. I was on the phone with my sister and she's like, make it clear that it's not me. Y'all, okay. So this story was when I was younger, and y'all, growing up, I don't know how it was with y'all siblings, but my sister used to stay wanting to get me in trouble, especially when I started getting older and I started getting into boys and stuff like that. She used to stay wanting to get me in trouble. So this isn't about my sister, okay, the one that y'all always see me with or the one I always talk about. That's my sister. Her name is Jay. We got the same dad. So this is about my sister that I grew up with, Tatiana. We got the same mom. Y'all probably never seen her on my Instagram. Probably once or twice, a little bit. I don't know. But we close now. We all good. It's good now. I just want to make that clear. I love my sisters and I'm close as hell with all of them. But let's get into it. So, long time ago, my sister, this was like when I was like either 8th or 9th grade, I really don't remember. So my sister had this boyfriend, right? So her boyfriend used to always, like, she was in high school. So wait, when I was in 8th grade, yep, she had to be in like in 11th grade. So she dated this guy and he had a car. So he would always be picking her up, always taking her places, doing the most and all this other shit. So he used to call me his little sis. So anytime if I asked like, hey, can you take me to the mall? Or hey, can you do this? He'd take me. He'd like, well, of course with her too, right? So one day I asked him, can he take me to the mall, right? So when he came to take me to the mall, he came deep. And I think I mentioned this in one of my story times before. So he came deep with all his homeboys and we ended up going to the mall. So one of his homeboys was in the car and he was on me, like he was on it. So I'm in the backseat, I'm talking to him or whatever, he talking to me. I'm shy as fuck, like I'm just nervous. We're gonna call this boy Buck because he had braids like Young Buck back in the day and he just reminded me of Young Buck back then. So he on it, he just talking to me. He like, oh, what side of town you from? Da 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 da. So I'm like, y'all just picked me up from my house. I'm from that side of town. So he like, oh, okay, all right. So where you from? Y'all, I mean, look, I went to school with like gangbangers and stuff like that, but I didn't think this man was asking me that. Like, so I'm confused as hell. I'm like, what? He like, where you from? Like, where you from? So I'm like, America? Y'all, the whole car is dying laughing. I was so embarrassed. Like, I'm over here shaking and sweating now. Like, when I get embarrassed, like, back then, my hands would get all sweaty. I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I feel like my stomach is finna fall through my pants. Like, I'm just like, what is funny? Like, he like, nah, like, not where you from. Like, I know where you from, but, like, where you from? Like, do you bang? So I said, like, she don't bang. She not from nowhere, da, da, da. And his big homie was like, yeah, she not from nowhere. She not a gangbanger. He like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Like, you know any of the homies? Like, you ever talk to any of the homies? So he like, nah, like, man, bro, if you go talk to her, she not on that. So I'm like nervous as hell now. So he like, all right, what you got? Like, do you got AIM? Do you got Facebook? No, MySpace. I think it was MySpace or Facebook, one of them. I think it was MySpace. I'm not sure. So he like, do you have that? Like, I'm like, yeah, I got an AIM. So he like, okay, I got an AIM. I don't got MySpace or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we exchange information. We talking. So now at this point, after we left, my sister was like, she wanted to go get a slice of pizza from this pizza place in Manhattan Beach. So we drive over there. The other people that was with us, they end up leaving and it's just us. Like, we one car deep now. It's just us four. So we drive over there, y'all. We get out the car. We walking around trying to go to like the little pizza place or whatever. When I tell you this boy was so hood, like he was just so gang banged out. Like we walking, this man looking, because mind you, his pants is so low, like damn near to his ankles. And this man looking at him, he like, man, I ain't gonna say his lingo because I don't want to give up where he was from. I don't want to say his lingo because I don't want to give up where he was from. But he was like, but just, okay, no, I was gonna say just know the side of town I went to school on, didn't get along with him. Like, he didn't get along with them. So this man looking at me like, man, blank, his lingo, what the fuck you looking at? On on. So his homeboy, his big homie, like, man, calm down, like, chill, nigga, chill. He like, man, yeah, he just a little hothead. He just got out. So I'm thinking, like, just got out of what? But now I wasn't a stranger. No, was I a stranger to this? No, I haven't dated. At this point, I didn't date no guy that was in juvenile hall yet. So I'm just thinking, like, he just got out of what? He did look a little older. So I'm like, how old are you? So he told me, I think he was probably like 3 years older than me. He probably was like 16, and I probably was like, I don't know, but he was older than me, but he wasn't too much older than me. So I'm like, whatever. So we walking around, he is just extra out, like, he is so extra out, y'all. So anyway, we end up leaving. That was that day. We end up leaving. I get dropped off back at home. So I'm at home, I'm in the living room, I'm just on the couch, like, going through my phone, like, you know, just aiming, probably, you know, flipping my sidekick open and closed. I don't fucking know. Why my sister gonna come up in there and gonna tell me, so you like him? She was like, so you like him? So I'm like, yeah. So she like, oh, okay, you better not hurt my brother. Yeah. It's funny because that's the comment that was made that made me say I'm gonna tell this story. Because me and my sister, when I was talking to my other sister, we said that. She said that and I was like, bitch. But yeah, she was like, you better not hurt my brother. Y'all, when I was sitting there looking so confused, like, girl, what the fuck? I'm your sister. You ain't even known this boy like 2 days. Like, you don't even know him. What do you mean? I better not hurt your brother. Like, y'all, I was just like, what the fuck is she talking about? So I'm like, girl, she was like, no, because he's real cool. Like, he's a sweetheart. He's not this. He's not experienced. I don't know what you be doing. Like, girl, what are you talking about? Y'all, she was really getting at me crazy. And it's crazy because growing up, me and my sister, like I said, I don't know what it was, but she didn't want no little sister. But, I mean, we close now. But, like, growing up, she gave me hell. Hell. Oh, my God. I'm a Scorpio. She's an Aries. That's all I got to say. She gave me hell. But, anyway. So that happened, right? So me and him, we talking back and forth. We start talking. He's calling the house phone now. We talking and all this other stuff. Now that my sister see that me and him is talking so much, for some odd reason, she don't want me to talk to him. And I'm so confused. Like, do you want me to hurt him or you don't want me to hurt him? So he'll call and she'll be like, oh, she not here. But she used to do that all the time anyway. So she telling him like, oh, she not here. Or, oh, she can't talk right now. Or, oh, this, that, and the third. So I'm just like, what's up with her? Like, you know, like, why? Like, what? So he hit me up on AIM and he was just like, every time I try to call you, like, I can't get through. Like, you never at home. Do you be with another nigga? Like, what's going on? So I'm like, I'm at home right now. Like, you tried to call me? He like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I'm here right now. Like, my sister on the phone. So he like, oh, okay. So whenever she'd leave with old boy, that's when I talk to him. So I'm talking to him on the phone, right? This boy was too advanced for me because I was not doing none of this at this time. So he talking just so sexual, just so the most, is doing this. Oh, you my girlfriend now. You better not be cheating on me. I'm gonna send you a picture. Make sure you post it, y'all. I'm gonna send you a picture. Make sure you post it on your MySpace or Facebook, whatever the one it was. I think it was Facebook. You know what? It probably was MySpace. I don't fucking remember. But he like posted on there all this other shit. You my girlfriend. I don't want to hear nothing about no other niggas. Da 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 da. Oh, you go to this school. Like, he was really pressing me. Like, I should come up to your school, but that's the enemy school. So if I come up there, I'ma fight. And is you gonna fight with me? Y'all, I was just like, hold on. Like, you're doing the most. Like, bro, we literally just met like a few days ago, and you over here saying you gonna come to my school where I still gotta go to school at, and you gonna fight people, and I'm supposed to fight with you because you my man now. So I'm like, nah, just don't come to my school, it's good. So he like, oh, why? Because you fuck with other niggas up there or what? So I'm like, no, Buck. I was gonna say his name. So I'm like, no, Buck, like, that ain't what it is. It's just I don't want that drama. So he like, oh, okay, yeah, because I ain't trying to go back to jail. No way, I'm on probation. Y'all. So he ended up telling me, like, I want to see you again. So he like, but every time I try to come over there with my homeboy, he always make an excuse. Like, your sister be like, you not home or you in trouble and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, okay, what it is she don't want me to talk to him, but I ain't say that. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I could come see you. So he like, all right, come see me then. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come see you, but don't tell nobody. Like, don't tell your homie that I'm coming. Don't tell nobody that I'm coming to see you, right? So he like, all right. So I'm like, I'm gonna come with my homegirl. So I call Toxic like, hey, what you doing tomorrow? Do you want to come with me to go see my boyfriend? So I'm like, hey, Toxic, what you doing tomorrow? You want to come with me to go see my boyfriend? So she like, oh, you got a boyfriend? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Y'all, but this isn't the first time, I swear. My sister be hooking me up. Well, this situation, he told me I was his girlfriend. But it'd be times where I'll tell my sister, oh, I like a boy on the street. Next thing you know, she be like, that's your boyfriend now. And I'll be like, what the fuck? How did this happen? Y'all. So this ain't the first time she done put me with a boy just to tell on me. It was so crazy. But anyway, so Toxic like, oh, you got a boyfriend now? So I'm like, yeah, I guess I got a boyfriend or whatever. And he want me to come see him. But my sis be hating. Like, she hated. Like, she not hating, but she not trying to let him come with, like, you know, I just explained the whole get down to her. So she like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna come with you. Like, we gonna have to figure out what we gonna lie and say to leave. So I'm like, all right. So we was like, we gonna go to the Mexico Plaza. That used to be our excuse all the fucking time. So she like, all right, so we hop on a bus. We had to do the most unnecessary shit too, because where we was coming from, we could have just took one bus there. But since we had to fake like we was going somewhere else, we had to get on the train, get off the train, catch another bus, catch a bus back the other way, go down, cut. Like, it was just the fucking most. So he told us where to meet him at, right? We get off this bus. I'm asking him, because I'm like, oh, you sure? Like, you have company at your house and all this other stuff. So he like, yeah, like, y'all could come. Like, you know, it's cool. Y'all could come over. Y'all, while we get off the bus, we go to where he told us to meet him at a Tams. And y'all, we walk in, like, I give him my hug. He like, okay, yeah, I'm here with the homie. He had a homie with him. They big gang banged out, face tats, all this other shit. We so young, so it's like, what the fuck is going on? So the old boy is on Toxic like a motherfucking, like a pit bull. Like, at a pit bull at a mailman. Like, he is on her like real grilling her like, oh, okay, you gonna be my girlfriend then? You got a boyfriend? Oh, you fuck, wait. He like, man, they fuck with them niggas on this side. He like, y'all fuck with, wait, where y'all from though? Where y'all from? And we like, we don't bang. He like, nah, they don't bang, but they do fuck with them niggas. I'm like, we don't fuck with no niggas. Like, he like, oh, okay, so, yeah, all right. And he telling Toxic like, you don't fuck with that nigga no more. Like, whatever nigga you fuck with on that side, that ain't no more. Now you fuck with me. So she like, okay. And I'm just scared like, bro, what the fuck do we get ourselves into? And don't nobody know we here. So we walking. We just walk. I'm like, so you live close by here? He like, well, it's not my house, but we could go there. Like, it's the homegirl house. It's the big homegirl house. So I'm like, the big homegirl, like, y'all, his hood homegirl house. She was an older girl. She was probably like in her late 20s, and her house was just the spot. Like, it was the fucking spot. So I'm annoyed, because if I knew we was going to your big homegirl house, I would not be here. And plus, y'all, anyway, so we go to the big homegirl house. We walk up in there. It's just gang banged out. Like, it's gang banged out. I'm surprised I didn't see graffiti on the wall. Like, it was just like, wow, I'm scared. Me and her standing so close to each other, but oh boy, Pitbull, he over there pulling her. He like, come on, like, come sit down, come sit next to me, like, tell me about yourself, let's talk. So she look at me like, bitch, and I'm just like, whoo, like, oh my god. So I told him, I'm like, you sure my sister boyfriend not gonna come here? He like, nah, him and your sister went to Six Flags today, like, they not finna come here or whatever. I was asking, could we go? And they was like, no. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, I didn't know that. So we sitting down, we talking or whatever. Oh my god, they own us. First, everybody all like, where they from? Like, where they from? They like, oh no, they not from nowhere. But I'm like, stop saying that. Like, stop saying, but she go to school. Why does it matter where I go to school at? Like, baby, I am a child. I'm not affiliated. Like, leave me alone. Like, y'all. But anyway, so we in the house. It's big, just gang banged out. Now, it was first just a whole bunch of boys up in there. We up in there, cool. We still uncomfortable, scared as hell. We talking to them. Like, probably an hour go by. Now it's a whole bunch of females come in. Gang bang the fuck out. Tattoos, face tats, neck tats, ear tats, lip tats, tongue tats, tats. Like, they just gang banged out, coming there, throwing up they hood, dancing. It was crazy. I'm sitting there like, mind you, me and Toxic, we over here in some fucking sandals and skirts and shit, because we trying to look cute. I don't know what we thought, but we should have came in sneakers, because there's no telling if we gonna have to get into a hood fight. I don't know. This shit was just crazy. So they come in the house. The big homegirl, she come in there. She like, oh, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Okay, yeah, make sure y'all clean up. Wait, hold on. Who is this? Who are these girls? Like, who is this? Who invited them there? Y'all, so my man Buck, he ain't say nothing. Buck didn't say nothing. He just sitting there. But mind you, I'm sitting there and there's so many people here. So I'm not just sitting next to him. I'm sitting next to him and other people too. So he didn't say nothing. So now the pit bull nigga that Toxic is with, he said something. So he like, oh, they with us. They with me. They with me. They cool. They cool. So she like, oh, okay, y'all cool? Y'all cool? All right. And she said they little hood shit. And she was like, yeah, so y'all bang or y'all trying to get put on? Like, what's going on? Like, and we like, no, we just kicking it. Like, we just, cause she like, okay, all right. So then she leave out and she go in the room. The other girls that was with her, they just followed behind her. So I'm just sitting there and next thing you know, Buck, he like, I'll be right back. And he got up and he left out and he went in the room with them. So he in there for a cool minute, y'all. I'm just sitting here like this on my phone, changing my away message. I'm scared. I don't know. I'm just over here aiming, trying to aim her, but she can't look at her phone because, yeah. So I'm just sitting there. He gone for a cool minute. I damn near had like 10 different conversations with people because he was gone for so long. So the next thing you know, he comes out. When he comes out the room, he talking like to some girl. It was like a group. All the girls had came out the room except the girl who house was, except the big homegirl. So they come out the room. He talking to the girl. He laughing and she like something. And then he like saying something to her like, man, shut up because I really beat your ass. Stop playing with me. But they like playing in a joking way. Like in a joking. You know that like why is you telling her you gonna do that to her type way? Like it was giving sexual, but at that point I didn't realize that. I'm thinking like, oh, they a little feisty in this hood, they get down, like, you know. But yeah, so she like, shut up. So then they start slap boxing with each other and shit in the living room, and they just play fighting and shit. So she like, walk me out, come on, walk me out real quick. So then he walk her out, all the girls, they leave out. So I'm just sitting there, I still didn't say nothing, I'm just sitting there. So next thing you know, he outside with her for a cool minute and he come back in. Afterwards, I'm like, oh, we about to go, like we have to leave. So he like, oh, y'all gotta leave so soon, why y'all gotta leave? So I'm like, because like we supposed to do this and that, like we just lying, like trying to come up with something off the top of our head, like we just gotta go. Because I was getting nervous. I didn't want to be there no more. Like, it was just so fucking weird. So he like, all right, we're going to walk y'all back to the bus stop so y'all could go. So we like, all right, we walking back to the bus stop. They like, y'all want us to stand here and wait for the bus with y'all? So we like, it really don't matter. Y'all, why they start banging on cars that's driving by? So I'm like trying to stand away from them, but every time we move over, they'll move back over by us. To where one time, I'm scared as fuck, they banging on the car, and these niggas was like, fuck, blah, 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 like, they hood, and they like, man, fuck, da, 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 and start banging on the car, and I'm just like, no, like, no, y'all not doing this right now. And I'm mad because I was about to say the street, but no. So, yeah, they doing the most. Next thing you know, the car came back by. I'm scared. Heart drop. I'm holding Toxic like this. I gripped her arm so fucking hard, like, bitch, whoo, whoo. But they just so happen to be they homeboys. They like, ah, man, what y'all doing right here? And they like, oh, we waiting for the bus so they could go home. So they like, y'all want us to take y'all home? So we like, no, it's okay. So they like, no, y'all don't need to be standing here. The homies don't need to be standing out here with y'all. Y'all get in the car. We're going to take y'all home. So I'm like, the bus should be coming. Like, the bus is, they like, get the fuck in the car. Come on, y'all, get in the car. So he like, get in the car, baby. It's cool. Y'all, we hop in the car. I'm like, well, I can't get dropped off in front of my house, so can y'all drop us off like up the street a little bit? And he like, why? I'm like, because remember when I told you don't tell nobody I'm coming because my sister and all this other shit. So he like, oh, okay, all right, I will drop y'all off over here. Because I'm telling Toxic like, could we go to your house, bitch? And she like, no, they already know where you live at, so let's just go to your house. And I'm just like, ah, the fuck. So we get dropped off, right? But mind y'all, when we was with him, we was talking about Not Scary Farm and how we was gonna go to Not Scary Farm and shit like that. So he was like, oh yeah, we gonna come with y'all. And I'm like, big fucking mistake. Big fucking mistake. Because usually back then when everybody would go, well, still to this day, I guess kids, you know, meet up and all go to one place. So when we was talking about it, we finna go with people that we know that's from this side of town that y'all don't get along with. So I'm like, damn, we done told him today, like hopefully he'll forget. So they dropped us off down the street around the corner, because it wasn't just down the street, because I ain't got time for nobody to be passing by and see me getting out of the car with a group of gangbangers. Like, so we get dropped off down the street, around the corner. It was just a mess. And it's crazy because it was this boy I used to date around on the same street that we got dropped off on. And why just so happened he was outside playing football. And he looking, and I'm just like, oh my God. He probably like, girl, you done went left in life. You over here doing some shit, okay? But y'all, anyway, so we got the car. We down. We mobbing back. We trying to wait because at first they outside. They like, oh, like, da-da, who hood is this? Like, oh, da-da. I'm like, y'all, can y'all just go? And I'm telling him, like, can you go? Because, like, I'm lying now. I'm like, my grandma, she be, like, walking around the street street and I don't want her to see it and I'm gonna get in trouble and we're not gonna be able to like hang out again. And so he like, oh, okay, let's go. All right, let's go. Cause he was like, we should hit up over here, like, you know, like graffiti on the walls. And I'm just like, just go, like, you know. So he like, all right, no, I do want to see you, so let me know, I'm gonna hit you up later. I'm like, all right, whatever. So we go back to my house, we talking. I'm like, girl, do you think they actually gonna come with us to Not Scary Farm So Toxic? Like, I don't mind if they do. I'm just like, you know, I really don't mind. But maybe if we do go with them, we should switch the day. Because the day that we're planning to go is the day that everybody else is planning to go. So it's like, maybe we should switch the day. So she's like, I don't know, I think it should be cool. Like, Knox is big and we could just tell them we just gonna be with other people or something like that. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Hopefully, I'm like, if he don't say nothing, I'm not gonna say nothing, right? But I forgot Toxic got this nigga's aim. It slipped my mind. I wasn't even thinking about it, because I'm like, nah, we should probably hang out with these group of people. Like, it was this other boy that used to live on my street, well, live like down the street around the corner and shit. He lived in my area, but me and him was cool. We was real close and cool, and he wanted to go, like, he was supposed to get a ride with us. So I'm thinking, like, how is this gonna work? My thing is, we wasn't on no talking terms, but I know they didn't get along with them. Like, it just was like, how this gonna work? So anyway, it was, now it's getting closer to that date. So I'm on AIM, right? I forgot what happened, but I was on AIM on the computer. Probably because I was probably on MySpace or something too, or Facebook, whatever the fuck, whichever one it was. So at this point, I'm on the phone with Toxic, and I was talking to him on AIM on the computer, right? So he was like, oh, my friend just reminded me about Not Scary Farm. We still going? So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, oh yeah, we going tomorrow. So he like, all right, we gonna go too. Y'all wanna ride with us? So I'm like, nah, we already got a ride there. Like, we good. We gonna go. We gonna get dropped off. So he like, okay, what time you going? So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go at this time, because now he knows. So it's like, fuck, I'm gonna just tell him. So he like, okay, cool, whatever. So he asked me, he was like, did you ever post my picture? So I'm like, no, I didn't post it yet. Like, I forgot, my bad. So he like, post it, like, post my picture. So I'm like, oh, okay. So then he telling me, add these people on Facebook. He giving me a list of people to add on Facebook or MySpace, whatever the fuck it was. But he's giving me a list of people to add. So I don't know why, like a dummy, I'm over here adding these people, right? So he's like, yeah, just post me or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna post you tomorrow when we go. I'm like, you want to take a picture? And he's like, no, just post me or whatever. Just post me and say I'm your boyfriend, so people could know, because I don't got time to be going up to your school beating up people and going to jail. And I'm just thinking, like, bro, for one, this would have been a crazy part about it too. Now that I think about it, you was trying to come up to my school, because this is when I was in 8th grade. You was trying to come to my middle school, and you were like long in high school. Wow, now that I think about it, me and my sister is 4 years apart, and me and him was like 3 years apart. You was damn near my sister age, but her boyfriend, his big homeboy, was a grown man. Everything was off balance. Now that I'm thinking back to this, because the homeboy that my sister was dating was a grown man. He was like in his 20s. My sister was in high school. I'm in 8th grade. This boy is in high school. It was a lot going on. Yeah, it was a mess. But anyway, it's not like my sister was on the same time with me. She didn't even want me talking to him, so I was sneak talking to him. So y'all, this is me on AIM talking to him, right? Oh my God, I don't know what it was about my grandpa's computer, but I would forget to sign out. I would just exit out the conversation. I would exit out the whole little AIM thing, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Nobody else is getting on AIM, so like, unless I type in AIM, it's gonna come up. Big mistake. Now it's the day that we going to Not Scary Farm, y'all. It's the day that we supposed to go. So Toxic come to my house. She meet at my house, and my grandma gonna give us a ride there. My mom was like, she gonna pick us up. So I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all, we get in the car. My sister, the day of, she asking me, she like, have you been talking to Buck? I'm like, nah, I ain't been talking to him. I don't talk to him no more. And she like, yeah, because I don't want you talking to him. So I'm just like, why? Like, I finally asked him, like, why you don't want me talking to Buck? She was like, because he's too advanced for you. Like, he's too much for you, and he be in the streets too much and this and that. I just don't want you talking to him, so don't talk to him no more. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not going to talk to him no more, but like, why would you hook me up with him? You know, now we going back and forth. She like, just don't fucking talk to him no more. And I'm like, okay. So now she telling me like, so have you been talking to him? After we had this whole conversation, I'm like, I just said I don't talk to him. She's like, oh, okay. So you don't talk to him? So she's like, who y'all going to Not Scary Farm with? Like, who's all going to be there? So I'm like, oh, this person going, me, Toxic, da-da-da, everybody from my school. So she's like, okay. You lying to me? And I'm like, no, I'm not lying to you. Now I'm thinking like, damn, I done told this nigga Buck, do not tell your friend about nothing that we talk about, because I don't want my sister to know. So I'm thinking like, damn, did he tell her? So I'm like, no, I don't talk to him. He's not even my type. I don't even like him. Like, his neck braids is dusty. I'm just really trying to go in on him so she could think that I don't talk to him. So she's like, okay, like, I believe you. Like, I believe you don't talk to him. Y'all, which now that I'm looking back at it, she was looking out for my I can't think of the word, but she was looking out for me because probably, I don't know, she didn't know that boy when I first met him either, so probably she thought he was cool, I don't know, but he wasn't good at all for me. So now it's the day of mind y'all, oh my God, I never posted that picture of him on my page. I never posted it because I'm just like, why am I finna post this picture of him, right? But I did add all of those people. I added all those people like a fucking dummy. I don't know why. So now we get dropped off at Not Scared Fun, right? We walking around with everybody. He's aiming me. I'm on aim on my sidekick. He's aiming me like, oh, I'm finna come up there right now. Do what area you gonna be in because I'm not gonna have a phone to aim you back. But my homeboy will have a phone. He could hit up your homegirl, da-da-da-da. So I'm telling him like, oh, we here, like da-da-da, right? So next thing you know, some time go by, his homeboy is hitting up Toxic, and I'm like, girl, don't tell them where we at because I'm not trying to see them. So she like, oh no, cool, I'm not trying to see them either. Now we walking around with people we know and shit. She like, oh, I'm not trying to see them either. Next thing you know, I should have known, I should have fucking known, because she kept saying, oh, let's go over here by ourselves real quick. Like, let's go do this real quick so we can meet other boys. So I'm like, okay, so we like left from the crowd. Why we leave from the crowd, we walking, next thing you know, who come up behind me and was like this, like, boo. And I jumped because I'm thinking like, I know damn well these monsters at this amusement park ain't touching on me. So I jump and I look back, it's Buck and it's the pit bull nigga. It's both of these guys. Like, let me stop saying the N-word. I gotta stop cussing so much. Oh my God, YouTube don't like me when I do that. So y'all, it's Buck and his crazy friend. So I'm just like, what are you like? When did you get here? Like, and he like, yeah, baby, I told you I was on my way. Like I told you. And he was like, yeah. So then the old boy Toxic hugging him. And I'm just looking like, I thought you clearly just told them where we was at. That's why you was saying, let's go this way by ourselves. So we walking with them now. I'm so irritated because like I said, gang, bang, out. The monsters is running up to us and he like, man, oh, don't be running up on me like that. He's scaring you, baby. He's scaring you because if I beat these niggas ass, like, don't be running up. And his homeboy like, man, cause we don't got. And I'm like, this is their job. Like, this is what they do. It's not scary form. Like, it's not just gonna be spider webs and peekaboo shows. Like they run up to you and stuff, like they chase you. This is what's going on. Like you act like y'all ain't never been nowhere. So I'm so annoyed because they really pressing the monsters. So now they like, oh, y'all like that, like that. They not bothered, like, oh, because I was thinking, like, what if these is niggas from, what if these are young men, they didn't say young men, but y'all know he said N-words, what if these are men from other hoods, and they don't like us, like, what if they, like, from different hoods, and they don't like us, and they run up, and they just, like, shoot me or something. I'm just thinking, like, you have I know I be thinking some crazy stuff, but I don't go to Not Scary Forum and, well, I ain't gonna lie, I did think like that. Never mind, I ain't gonna get nobody nights. Okay, but why are you thinking that? So Toxic just laughing. She thinking the shit is just so funny that this boy's just so turned up, super turned up. So now we like, okay, let's go to a maze. So we in a line for a maze, right? It's a group of it's a group of people. I just can't help myself. It's a group of people in front of us, right? And it's boys, it's girls. They just loud doing stuff that people do, right? Why, next thing you know, the boy that Toxic is with and Buck, they just seeming so antsy and irritated. Like I noticed they just like oh my God, like just seem mad as fuck. And I'm just thinking like, what is wrong with them? Why out of nowhere? These people is just laughing, talking. You could tell they around my age, laughing. Who knows how old his friend was? They just laughing, talking, enjoying themselves. Why? Next thing you know, he was like, man, fuck all that. Where are you from? Y'all. So I'm just like, no, he did not. No, he didn't. Like, what are you doing? So I'm like, no. Like, I grabbed him. I'm like, no. So they like, what? And he like, where are you from? Like, where y'all from? So he like, what? Like, you know, they like, hold on. Like, they trying to register what he said. So they, where you from? So, you know, oh my God. They said they was from somewhere. I don't know. They probably really was from somewhere. Who knows? But they said they was from somewhere. They like, oh, fuck, da-da-da. Next thing you know, he just, boom. He just socked him. Buck socked the other boy. So now they fighting. It's a big fight. The girls, they stepping back. I step back too because I'm not about to hop into this man's fight. Like, no. So Pitbull and Buck fighting these other boys. And they really was beating them boys up so bad. I felt so bad. And I'm pulling Toxic. I'm like, let's go. Like, let's run. Like, let's leave. Because why are we right here? They fighting. The girls are screaming. And the one girl, she over here like, stop him. Stop him. Why is your boyfriend doing that? I'm like, that's not my boyfriend. This is not my boyfriend, y'all. I'm like, she like, stop. stop them. Like, they really yelling at us, like, stop them, stop them. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do, because I don't even know him like that. What if he socked me? I just heard him tell that girl at the house he was gonna beat her up, so he not gonna come beat me. Like, so I'm like, Toxic, let's go, let's go. Now it's a whole bunch of commotion, people coming and stuff. She's standing there, she like, wait, we can't leave them. Y'all, why I start running? I just ran, because y'all, I'm like, I'm not about to stand here with you. No, girl, and I'm your ride. You would think you would follow me. I ran off. I looked back. I'm running. I ran for a cool minute, and I looked back, and she was not behind me. She was not running behind me. I ran. Now I'm on aim. I'm aiming people like, where's people that I know? And I'm like, y'all, where y'all at? So then one boy, the one who lived on my street that was going to get a ride home with us, he hit me up and he was like, Symone, why are you out here fighting with niggas from, he said they hood. I said, oh no, like people done seen me. So I'm like, and mind you, he was with a lot of people from our school. So I'm like, oh my God, now I gotta go to school and people gonna be like, oh, you was with enemies at school and I scared for him fighting people. So I'm like, y'all. So I'm telling him like, where you at? Like, where you at? Where you at? He's like, I'm right here by Toxic. She over here mad as fuck, trying to help them, like trying to, you know, da-da-da-da. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not going back over there. I'm not, because for one, they finna get kicked out and probably go to jail. But why are you still right there? So now I'm just walking around the park mad as fuck by myself, because I'm like, I'm not going back over there. I'm not going back over there. Now, while I'm walking, why my phone is getting ring? Like, my phone is getting blown up. Not like blown up like it just exploded, but like my mom is calling my phone. Mind you, when back in psychic days you had minutes on your phone, people wasn't calling your phone. Like, you know, my mom knew, like, I only got text and AIM. Like, you don't call me. Did I have text? I don't know. Or was it just AIM? I don't remember how that shit was like, but you don't call me because you gonna waste my minutes and I'm not answering the phone. So she's calling my phone. I'm just thinking like, why is she calling me? Never called me. So she's just calling me. I'm not answering the phone because I'm like, no, she's not gonna buy me more minutes. I'm gonna have to call my dad. He's gonna say, call me Tuesday. I'm gonna call him. He's not gonna answer the phone. I'm gonna have to call him private. He's still not gonna answer the phone. I'm not gonna have no minutes. Long story short, because she gonna like, ask your dad, and I'm like, he's not answering. You know he's not. It's too much I ain't wanna have to deal with. So I'm like, I'm not answering the phone. She's just calling. She's calling. Next thing you know, my sister ended up aiming me. So I'm like, what is Tatiana aiming me for? And I look, and she was just like, you're in trouble. Yo! So I'm like, now I'm like, heart beating fast as fuck. Like, what the fuck? She's like, you're in trouble. Like, and I'm like, what are you talking about? So she was like, Mom on her way. Right now, she about to come up there. And she was like, you finna get your ass beat. Like, you're in trouble. So I'm like, wait, what? So I'm like, what happened? Like, what's going on? So she was just like, she'll tell you when she get there. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, why? Like, you know, I'm scared as hell, but I'm not finna call my mom back. I'm like, no, I need to find somebody else. I need to call the house. I need to ask my sister what's going on. So I'm like, just tell me what happened. Like, what did I do? She was like, she on her way there, so you should want to be in the front when she get there. She told me to tell you. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So y'all, now I'm like, damn, I gotta go find Toxic. So I hit up my homeboy and I'm like, yeah, my mom is coming to get me right now. I gotta go. So he like, oh, well, I'm gonna find a ride with somebody else because I'm not trying to leave right now. So I'm like, are you still by Toxic? And he was like, no, I don't know where she at. So I'm trying to aim her. She's not replying to me at all. She's not replying to me. I'm walking around the park now by myself. I would run into people I knew like every once in a while and like be like, hey, have you seen Toxic? They'd be like, no. So I'm walking. I'm just by myself. I'm like, fuck, I need to find her, but I need to get to the front because I don't know when my mom is gonna be outside and I don't want to have her keep her waiting because I don't even know what I'm in trouble for. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm looking for her. I don't know why something told me to go to the front. I walk to the front, like by the entrance, and it's the police right there, and they like escorting them out. Why Toxic walking behind the police, holding old boy sweater, walking? Did you ride with them? Like, why did you ride with them? Why are you with them? Why are you with them? Like, the police had them in handcuffs and they had the other boys in handcuffs, and then it's the girls that they was with, they walking with them, like walking behind the police, and it's Toxic walking by herself behind with the sweater in her hand and her phone in one hand. So you don't see me aiming you because you're trying to be ride or die for somebody you just met. Okay. So I'm like, Toxic, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? She was like, doing this like pointing at the police. So I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you with them? So she was like, Symone, because they finna go to jail. Like, what? Why'd you leave? Like, why'd you run off? I'm like, because we're not with them. So she's like, well, they came up here for us. I'm like, but we're not with them. But the whole time the other girls, they just looking like, like looking. I'm just like, we're not with them. I'm like, my mom is on her way up here now. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm in trouble. I don't know what happened. Da da da. And she's like, wait, so we just gonna leave? Like, do you think your mom could talk and like pick them a ride? So I said, bitch, are you fucking dumb? You know damn well. I said, what is you talking about? Like, are you dumb? Like, I'm like, girl, I'm finna leave. If you want to sit here and wait for him and bail him out, write him a letter, I don't know what you want to do, then bye. But I'm leaving. My mom is gonna be in the front, so I'm about to go wait in the front. So now I'm aiming my sister back like, is she close? Is she here? Like, can you let me know? She was like, just go in the front and wait for her. She's not gonna wait for you. So why are you coming? I mean, not like that, but it's like, so if I'm not in the front, you gonna leave? Like, I'm confused. It just didn't make no sense. My sister wasn't making no sense. So I'm like, Toxic, we gotta go. So the boy, he looking, like, they looking mad. When I tell you, Buck and his homeboys looking at us mad like we did something, like if we socked the people and pushed them into them and ran. I don't know why they looking so mad. So Toxic, like, I'm like, I have to go. Like, I'm going. So the police like, you know them? And I'm like, no. Y'all, no. So I'm like, come on. So we leave out. She got his sweater. Toxic is mad. She's like, I'm so mad. Like, I'm so mad. We should never went to a maze. You wanted to go to that maze. And look, they end up running to their enemies. I'm like, why would you tell them to come up here? Like, she like, you the one told him to come up here. You told him what day, you told him what time. Okay, yeah, I did. But you the one who confirmed with the homeboy who reminded him that we was even coming here in the first place. And I'm like, and why? I'm like, did you tell them that we was gonna go meet right there? She's like, yeah, because you already told them we was here. You had them walking around looking dumb and you know they don't get along with a lot of people. Then why they come? What are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna do? So I was just like, man, so what's going on? She was like, I don't know. I think they finna go to jail. And I think your boyfriend is mad at you because you left. And he was asking where you was at and you ran off. And I'm just like, okay. And yeah, I ran off. So now we like getting into it. We in the front getting into it. But I'm not trying to get into it too much because my mom is coming. I don't know what I'm in trouble for. So we getting into it. But like when I seen her from a distance, because I'm looking over, like looking, trying to make sure I see her car. When I seen her pulling up, because y'all know it's like that one way. I seen her pulling up. I'm like, all right, we'll talk about it later. Like, we'll talk about it later because we finna get in the car. Y'all, I hop in the car. I hop in the back seat because I don't know what's going on. So I open the door to get in the back seat. We both get in the back seat. She like, why are you getting in the back? I'm like, oh, I didn't know. I thought somebody was in the front. So I get in the front seat and she was just like, because my mom did not play that. She did not want me talking to boys. She was like not strict. She let me have fun. I could go to parties. I could do stuff. But she didn't want me doing all that. And then she already didn't like my sister's boyfriend. So she didn't want me talking to no gangbang ass nigga and all this gangbang ass young man and all this other stuff. So I'm just like, yeah. So she was just like, who you was up here with? So I'm like, all my friends from school and Toxic and, you know, the neighbor around the corner, he's here. He was going to get a ride. She's like, did you tell a boy to come meet you up here? Did you tell a little boy to come meet you up here? So I'm like, no, y'all. I'm like confused. I'm like, wait, what? So I'm like, no. And she was like, so what is this? She had a paper. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you got in your hand. She's like, what is this? She's like, because Tatiana printed this out for me and it's a conversation and it's you telling him what time you gonna be there and saying this and saying, don't tell my sister. So what is this? Like, she ain't talking like that though. But like, she like, but so what is this? Like, did you have a little boy meet you up here or are you lying to me? Like, and I'm just like, my sister used to do that shit. I don't know what it was. It's funny because she called me today and I got to return her call. I'm going to call her tomorrow and I'm going to ask her, why the fuck did you used to print out my AIM messages? When I used to stay on the computer, like I said, I used to be on the computer and I would never sign out. I would just click it off like that time Toxic did and I found out she was messing with my man. So yeah, and my dumb ass do the same thing. But I didn't think nobody else was getting on AIM on the computer. So, oh my God, she used to stay doing that. And you would think after the first time I would learn my lesson, but sometimes I would forget. She used to stay printing my AIM conversations out. We would be all chilling, having a good conversation. My sister would walk in there with this smile on her face and be like, I'll be like thinking like, what the fuck? And next thing you know, it'd be my AIM conversations. And I'll be like, y'all. And he was talking about some stuff like when he see me, mind you, I wasn't on that type of timing, but I was that one girl. My bad, I'm all scratching my wrist. I wasn't on that type of timing, but I was that girl that was for sure gonna waste your time with a full conversation like, oh, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. And then when you see me, it'd be like, I did not say those things. What? Who? Me? Symone? I swear I was that girl. So them AIM messages was looking a little bit, they wasn't too wild because like I said, I wasn't sexually active, so I didn't know too much to say. Like, oh y'all, I have the embarrassing ass story. When I was in high school, oh my god, all the girls, they was talking about their sex experience, and my dumb ass said the most stupidest shit ever, because I didn't know how sex went or none of that. Like, I had never did it, and I never even got close. Why I tell these girls that I did a cartwheel onto the dick? Y'all, they was looking at me like, this bitch is dumb. Oh my god, y'all don't understand. And I'm over here serious like, yeah, and I was like this, and I did a cartwheel. Y'all. Anyway, I wasn't talking nothing too crazy in them AIM messages, but it was crazy. It was something that my mom wasn't trying to see. So she's like, yeah, so you had him come up here. So I'm like, no, like, that's Tatiana's friend. Like, that's not, no, I didn't. Like, I'm just trying to, so confused. I'm like, no, they didn't come up here. They wanted to come up here, but he aimed me again. And I told him no, like, da-da-da-da-da. And she like, well, it looks to me like he came up there. And I'm like, no, mom, like, you see the messages end. It doesn't ever say, like, I'm here or nothing. Because mind y'all, he didn't have a phone to aim me off of. So he had his friend aiming toxic. So I'm like, yeah, no, like, mom, no, no, we was not here with them. Like, I'm like, like, he's not here, I promise. And she's like, you lying to me? I know she probably thinking like, girl, I see the messages right here, and you just gonna sit here and keep lying. I lied. I lied. I'm like, I don't care what you see, I'm still gonna lie. So I was really still lying, because I'm like, so she was all like, give me your phone, like, da-da-da-da, you going home. She was like, Toxic, you could come tonight, but you gonna have to go home tomorrow, like, you going home. And I'm just like, yo, I wanted to cry. I was so mad. I'm gonna cuss this bitch out when I get home. Why the fuck is she doing this? Like, why do you want to get me in trouble so bad? I don't know what it was about her. I know when I call her Turk, she gonna start dying laughing. And she be like, I don't know. Like, y'all. But yeah, she had me fucked up. And y'all, oh, when I mentioned the Facebook thing, because I was gonna forget all about that, the whole Facebook thing. So yeah, so why I was on Facebook, and I added all them people, right? It was like, say it was some time later, my mom ended up giving me my phone, because my mom wasn't the type, y'all, discipline was not her best ally. Like, I'm having no offense, and I hope my little, like, no offense, mom, if she do see this video, discipline was not her best ally, y'all. She's gonna give in. I'm gonna get that phone back, like, in the morning. Toxic did not go home, y'all. I'm not in trouble. Like, I'm telling you, like, I would get in trouble. I used to be like, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared of my mom, but I wouldn't get in trouble like that. Like, I was a good kid for the most part. Like, y'all know, y'all love to say Scorpios is sneaky or whatever. We not. We just don't turn everybody in our business like that. But for the most part, I was a good kid. My mom still look at me and think I'm just so innocent. Like, the stuff she was saying to me over the phone the other day, she was like, I still don't think you da 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 da. And I'm sitting here like, okay. But yeah, no. So yeah, when I was on Facebook, let me get back to the Facebook thing. My bad, I ramble too much. So I was on Facebook, y'all. Why the girl that he was play fighting in the house posted him on the Facebook? I don't know why he would tell me to add her. So why she posted him, and they was a couple. They was a couple. She was posting free him pictures because he went to jail. Y'all, he was on probation. He went to jail. So she was posting, he wasn't in there that long though. Maybe because he was a minor. I don't know. I really don't know. But she was posting pictures, like bad photo quality pictures, but back then it was decent. Of them kissing pictures, like, y'all, they was pictures. She was posting on there. You know what? Now that I think back to it, it was Facebook. Because, yeah, it was. Because I remember it was, yeah, it was, because Facebook is that messy app where if you comment on somebody else shit, everybody could see it. Like, everybody you know could see what you did on somebody else's page. It was Facebook. It was Facebook because, y'all, okay, that's a whole different story. But y'all, she was posting like, oh, I don't know why we acting like y'all don't know what I just said. And then I said anyway. And then I get mad when YouTube be like, age restricted on your video. And I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, she was like, she missed getting it in with her man. And I'm just sitting there like, why did he have me at her? Like, I was so confused at why he had me at her on Facebook. Y'all, we ended up like communicating again, but like a dummy. I was younger, dumb. But it was when he got out of jail. He wasn't in there that long, like I said. And yeah, I did press my sister about it. But it's not like she gave a fuck. She didn't care. She didn't care. Like, she did not care. Like, if she did something to me and I pressed her about it, like, we get into about it, she didn't care. Like, she ain't gonna deny that she did it. She did it. Y'all know, if you are Aries, y'all know y'all are evil. Oh my God. Y'all could be real loving people, real sweet people when y'all want to be. But it's like, sometimes y'all just be like, I want to be bad. Like, I want to be evil. I have a little sister that's an Aries, and y'all, I was on the phone with her and she told me she feel like violence is the answer 24/7. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, I'm just saying, like, y'all could be sweet when y'all want to, the sweetest people ever. And it's not even don't get on a bad side, because it's like y'all just have a bad side when y'all want to. It's like it's fun for y'all. Like, y'all just think like evil and just sunshine and happiness. And I swear, if you don't be in my comments mad, like if you know an Aries, you know y'all are crazy as fuck. I'm just kidding. Y'all are crazy. Like, what's up with that? That's why I always tell myself, when I get pregnant, I'm aligning in the ways. It cannot be an Aries. No. Traumatizing. Y'all are mean people. Look, but no, me and my sister, we cool now. Like I said, you could be real loving, or you could just want to be mean and be like, let's do something bad today. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for this story time, y'all. I was just so mad. Toxic had me fucked up around that time, because girl, not her trying to make it seem like I wasn't a ride or die. She really had the nerve to ask me. Even the next day, she was like, but why'd you run? Y'all, she really was pressing me like, why'd I run? Because, I don't know, I was scared. I don't know what they got. I mean, you go through a metal detector to get there, but I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't like, no. When men start fighting, it's a big difference. Like, I don't know, like, watching, well, I don't know. Back then, when I was younger, I used to like to watch fights. But boys fighting versus girls fighting is totally different. Girls fighting is like, whatever. Men fighting, I used to not like watching boys fight, because it just gets so sick. And now you just watching somebody's head getting smashed into the concrete, and you be like, oh my God. Like, that should be crazy. Like, oh my God. Even at school. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry, I talk too much. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys like day number 6. Unfortunately, it's the end of the video, so I can say, unfortunately, we cannot talk about Joe for a long time, because Joe been hitting me up. Y'all, if you got it, you got it. Hopefully y'all heard what I just said. So we're gonna have to put that person on pause. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow on day 7.